A lot of people hope to live their dreams one day, travel around the world, follow their passion, and shape the world they want to live in. However, there's a big difference between dreaming and acting upon your dreams. After I graduated university, I quickly understood that living a normal life was never going to work for me. All I wanted was to experience as many unforgettable moments as possible and share them with those closest to me. Choosing to live a life on the road in a school bus has turned my life into a never-ending adventure.
I remember when I saw her in the morning and her sweet eyes were aglow. I remember when I saw her in the evening, saw some things I'd never let you know.
I share my life with my girlfriend Val, and we both aspire to lead a life that is anything but ordinary. We travel around the world in a hostel on wheels as modern nomads doing what we love to do. Before this life, when I earned some money, I would instantly spend it on the newest iPod, or book an all-inclusive trip to Ibiza, or buy the latest pair of Nikes. I was basically a child of society driven by consumerism. A society where we're told to work regardless of whether we enjoy our job or not. A society that tells us we'll have to find happiness outside of our work in the little amount of spare time we're given. Before we started the Nomads bus, we traveled around the world on a very tight budget, and that really opened up our eyes. For 2 years long, rather than accumulating objects, we collected experiences. This made us look at the world completely different and changed our vision on life profoundly. Our lives were going to be pretty shaken up by the birth of our daughter Fenna, and a lot of people called us crazy to start our bus project at the same time. But it motivated us even more to show the world that anything is possible as long as you set your mind to it. I've told you all about my life, but you must be asking yourself, what is a team of pro riders doing in my bus with my wife and child? On a random Monday morning, some guy called me. Mathias was his name, and he had a vision. 1 month, 6 riders, 8 countries, and 6,000 kilometers. He spoke to me of shared cultural experiences with locals, good times, and of course, a lot of riding along the way. It didn't take me long to make my decision. Hop on board and let's hit the road.
Good morning. Right, gonna get up. Breakfast. Skiing, snowboarding. So passionate.
On a bien dormi, mais on a oublié de mettre la couverture pour le pont thermique. Et résultat, quand tu dors tout en bas, ça fait des courants d'air un peu. On s'est levé avec un grand sourire ce matin. Et c'est la découverte du bus. C'est parti.
The first stop of our trip couldn't have been a better start to our journey. 30 centimeters of fresh powder and an incredible terrain that I know all the riders would love.
Ok les gars!
J'ai fait un run en mode pantoufle, tu sais.
Alors,
ce matin, j'ai entendu Tom qui disait « Putain, mes bottes, c'est du béton armé !» Et maintenant, c'est des pantoufles. Qu'est-ce qu'on va entendre d'autre? Mais des bottes de ski, hein. On est sur des routes de montagne assez raides, donc le vieux bus, il a les freins qui partent un peu en loseux.
Wait a second. I also forgot to tell you about Vidar, aka Vidar the Great. Way back when we had the idea to live in a school bus, some guy from Norway sent us a message on Facebook asking if he could come to Belgium and give us a hand creating the inside of our bus. Even though it started out as a temporary gig, this genius mechanic instantly became a member of our family. Vidar was always full of ideas on how to optimize the bus, and also had a solution for almost every problem. There was no doubt in my mind that this adventure would be incomplete without him.
Moi, ce qui me motivait à faire cette aventure, c'était de rencontrer les nomades et de partager leur mode de vie. Mais aussi de découvrir une partie de la Team Picture. D'ailleurs, on en a ramassé quelques-uns sur le bord de la route. Et c'est comme ça que je pense qu'on va apprendre à mieux se connaître.
The music is finished. Hey. Ils sont light, hein?
Bon, tu trouves comment ce petit van?
Bah, il est pas mal.
C'est pas mal, hein.
Bien dormi. On va acheter des bouts de caisse ce soir quand même.
C'était cool cette petite expérience dans le bus ou pas?
Ouais, c'est très sympa. On a une bonne journée finalement, bon coucher du soleil. Maintenant je suis bien mouillé, je suis prêt à aller prendre le train. 5 petites heures, puis je serai à la maison.
C'est donc, man. Rentre bien. C'est un vrai plaisir de te rencontrer, man.
The time has come to leave Austria and its incredible alpine terrain full of playful features. The next stop on the list is Vogel, a small resort in Slovenia. Luka, a local rider who has lived here all his life, will show us the beauty of this hidden gem. This piece is a piece of the engine injector line. It's broken, doing everything they can to find it and get it here, but it's difficult to get it to Slovenia, I guess.
Là on se sent vraiment dépaysé. On n'est pas en France ni en Autriche.
Ah, c'est bien dégueu. So style, this duty.
Servus, this. Yeah, Thomas.
On a cassé une durite de gasoil sur le bus, donc bon, faut qu'on reparte quand on pourra.
We cannot leave today to Bulgaria, so.
D'essayer de construire des trucs à notre campement. Fait que là, c'est un genre de kick par-dessus une clôture. Ça devrait être dope.
It's a bit crazy, eh? If you look at it. It goes and he wants to land flat. Don't know if it's a good idea. Heading to Bulgaria with this one. Like this.
But I swear
Yeah, man.
Alléluia. Ça marche.
Ok, let's go
Bulgarie.
to
Let's go to Bulgaria.
Croatia? Bulgaria.
Hey, oh, na 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 na. I'm gonna roll down the river now, and I ain't taking anybody back where we're going from here. 'Cause where I'm headed to, I know. Gonna roll down the river now. Ain't taking no burdens on my way. Gonna head back to the heaven place. Gonna find my face by the swollen face of rolling down the river.
Mon appartement est à peu près aussi grand que ce bus. Et puis j'ai l'expérience d'un refuge en montagne où ma maman elle travaillait. Donc il n'y a pas beaucoup d'eau, pas beaucoup d'électricité. Je connaissais déjà ce mode de vie, mais je l'avais jamais vu sur des roues. Tout encore plus compressé que dans un refuge. Tu vois, il reste un peu de pinard.
We minimalize our impact on the planet by reducing our footprint where we can. For example, by eating a plant-based diet, by using a compost toilet that uses no water, or by collecting energy from the sun thanks to our solar panels. However, we can't get around the fact that our bus produces CO2. We did find a solution to this though. We calculate our annual emissions and donate an equivalent sum to a non-profit organization whose slogan says it all. Minimize what you can, offset what you can't. They invest all the donations in sustainable energy projects and offset the emissions we create.
I didn't have many expectations before the trip, expect that it would be amazing. Only things why I was a little worried before was that how we could fit 10 people in the bus with our snowboarding gears, and of course how it would be to film with skiers, because I was never done that before. But in the end everything went really smoothly. The bus was actually pretty big and comfortable, and all the skiers, they were really nice and friendly. They were super motivated to film, and they had the same passion than snowboarders to ride best snow, so there was no problem at all. It was actually really fun to ride with them, cruising from spots to spots. We felt like a big family in the end.
On our way to Pirin National Park, we picked up Coco, a rider with strong environmental convictions and also probably the most smiley girl I've ever met.
Je suis montée dans le bus, j'ai tout de suite senti qu'il allait avoir une bonne ambiance. Ça sentait aussi la chaussette, avec autant de monde et autant de vie dans un petit espace comme ça. Mais j'ai tout de suite senti qu'on allait passer une bonne semaine. Quand je suis arrivée, on est directement allé à Bansko, qui est situé dans le parc national de Pirin. Donc Bansko, c'est une station de ski qui, en une dizaine d'années, est passée de 10 000 à 60 000 habitants. Et sur place, on a rencontré Alex de WWF et Monchil, qui est professeur à l'université de Sofia et qui a fait une thèse sur les forêts des Balkans. Et qui nous ont expliqué que maintenant ils devaient vraiment se battre pour préserver le parc national de Pirin, sa faune et sa flore, parce que le gouvernement et les autorités locales avaient plus mis l'accent sur le développement de l'industrie du ski et du tourisme que sur la préservation de la nature. Donc maintenant cette nature et le parc national de Pirin commençaient à être en danger. Donc première journée de ski dans le parc de Pirin. Les conditions n'étaient pas terribles malheureusement, du coup on s'est un peu dit qu'on allait rigoler et échanger les skis et les snowboards. Et là, quand j'ai vu Yanné chausser les skis, je me suis tout de suite dit qu'il allait avoir du beau spectacle.
Allez là.
First time he caught my eye, made me shiver. And butterflies were flying high in my brain. 3,000 miles later, I'm going insane.
Ça m'a fait un sacré choc en arrivant là. Je l'ai vu 6 ans avant. J'ai pas vu moi-même l'expansion du domaine skiable, mais par contre, au niveau du village en bas, ben, ça a été, c'est parti comme un petit Las Vegas version bulgare, quoi. Des néons de partout, beaucoup trop d'établissements au mètre carré. Il y a vraiment une belle faune, une belle flore, ouais. Ce qui serait bien, ce serait qu'ils arrêtent de grandir cette station, pas démolir plus le parc que ça.
I think it's pretty hard to blame the Bulgarians. Because apparently, when money comes into play without any rules or consideration for our environment, the only thing developers could think of was a bad imitation of our capitalistic Western consumer society.
It was really fun to see how people reacted when we drove through the street with the bus. You know, like everybody in the street stops and turn their head, like the yellow bus is coming. You know, it's so fun to see that when you're inside the bus.
Toen zei ik, Beer, ik ga mee met jou in de donkere hol.
Belmeken, in the middle of nowhere. Or rather should I say, in the middle of everything. The forest, the mountains, the water. I guess this is what Monchil meant with the Balkan word GORA. This beautiful, awe-inspiring surrounding that has been here so much longer than we have. This kind of magical place reminds me of how incredible nature can be.
Birds will gather at my side. Tears will gather in my eyes. Throw my head and cry as vultures circle in the sky. And you're going to do what you came here to do. So why not do it now? Oh, and cut me down.
Bienvenue au sommet! Congrats!
Thank you.
Nowhere to go. Step out of my shadow. Take me as I am.
Yeah, I trust myself, and we have to listen to her too. Like, we're learning every time. The first time I took her, the other day she wasn't warm enough. It's these little things that we learn every time. But I think as long as we listen to her, yeah, it's gonna be. She's also saying, while she's in the backpack, she's saying like, mooi, which means beautiful. I'm the same with Louis. We always have Louis with us when it's possible. We have to wait for him as well. So we just take it easy as a family, and yeah, it's beautiful experiences.
Chaud patate.
Pas mal.
Sure. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Stand by me.
Yeah, you can do that.
What is who is the artist?
It's B.B. King.
And I won!
Yeah, on this trip we had Vidar with us, following us the whole time, and it was insane because like he was fixing everything that was happening with the bus and everything. We had so many problems, so many issues with it.
Et moi j'ai eu un souci, j'ai cassé ma boots dès le début du trip. Et j'ai pas trouvé, on était clairement dans des endroits Bulgarie où on peut pas trouver vraiment de matos de ski. Et Vidar il a réussi à me réparer 3 fois ma chaussure, qui a cassé 3 fois avec un système incroyable en coupant des serre-joints, en coupant des vis, soudant des boulons.
I don't know, he was acting just like a superhero. It was insane to watch him go under the bus and everything. It was crazy. Vidal was the man on this trip for sure. Without him, I'm not sure that we would have been in the Balkans. For sure not, actually.
Got to find a way if you wanna go. Got to find a way if you want to go. There ain't nobody gonna.
The trip is moving forward quite quickly, and the time has already come to say goodbye to some of the riders who joined our nomadic lifestyle for a little while. We love the energy of Julo, the positive vibes of Coco, and the kindness of Emile. Saying goodbye has become a part of our bus life, but I'm sure we will meet again somewhere in the future. Or, as we say on the bus, see you later. Alex and Momchil told us about a beautiful monastery on our route to Macedonia. The Rila Monastery is a magnificent 10th century building perched in the Rila Mountains that played an important spiritual and social role in Bulgarian history. Visiting this holy place almost felt like a spiritual experience. The tranquility and humbleness of the monks is probably one of the best examples we can take away from the whole trip. It is so important to be reminded of how relative everything is, and of how living in peace with our surroundings can create a perfect balance between the planet and our humankind.
Switzerland, you've been? Nice. Good country, my friend. Yeah.
Ils veulent sauter et tout après. Ils sont ouf.
Je ne peux plus me passer de toi. J'ai besoin d'être dans tes bras. Tout s'arrange aussitôt pour moi dès que tu es là. Malgré tous les ennuis, malgré les orages qui menacent quelquefois l'horizon de ma vie, je vois toujours
un petit rappeur là qui a bien fait plaisir.
Sei un po' fake, dele podem battles quand tu keren me potrei. Momentul ne la focus i lot ku starei. Focus i akto, deri sa zemra funksionon. Stetim.
We're leaving Macedonia, and I can't help but to think about Meto, our incredible guide. Our time spent together was brief, but throughout my travels, I often hold on to certain unforgettable memories of people I meet along the way. A perfect stranger can become a great friend in a matter of hours.
Thank you, too. Thank you for coming, Golden.
Such a pleasure.
You're always welcome.
My best memory during this trip was definitely the day we spent with the kids here in Macedonia. You know, snowboarding is great, and the feeling that you have like riding down a mountain is really unique, but sharing your passion with those kids who never had chance maybe to try snowboarding was something really cool. I really liked it.
We can probably talk about what to eat for days, even weeks. Food is one of the most important things we have to think about these days. I'll give you an example. Eating a grass-fed local steak is probably always a worse choice than eating a certified organic banana that comes from the other side of the world. Yes, think about that twice. The best probably is still to find a local farmer who knows what he's talking about. Think of consuming as something very powerful. Every time you buy a product, you encourage the company that made it to produce more of it. So buy the things that you think are important to contribute to a better future, and you'll see the world change in front of your own eyes.
You make the best pasta ever.
For Mathias.
The life has been pretty cool in this bus. I really enjoyed it. And not taking a shower for 10 days is not a problem for me. I don't care. I have time to wash when I'm back home, so it's okay. Have a good end of the trip. Enjoy a lot.
Bye-bye.
See you soon, guys. Have a good one. Bye.
The last stop of this trip brought us to the heart of the Balkans, the mountains of Bogisevica, which lie at the intersection of Montenegro, Albania and Kosovo. This is where we met a bunch of the most passionate local riders I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. These guys don't even have a ski lift in the area that they call their local mountains. They have to hike up for 3 hours just to get that floaty feeling fresh Pau gives you for only a couple of minutes. They don't even have a proper equipment to hike up. And guess how their teacher is called? YouTube.
First time on the skin.
Olaf. I'm running the organization Gear for Guides, and we're trying to support local communities with winter sports gear like jackets, gloves, but also skis and snowboards. And on the other hand, we try to share information about avalanche safety, but also give them a platform to show off their beauty terrain to the world of freeride.
Thank you so much.
Mon ami!
On a vu le banc de SCO où ils ont tout démoli pour faire une station. Et là, c'est l'exemple complètement opposé d'un petit coin de paradis comme il y en a encore peu sur Terre, quoi. Ils ont appris à skier sur ces pentes en montant à pied. Puis on pouvait voir l'amigo Eno là, ça skie quand même. Il a appris les bases du ski dans la poudre. Et après, je l'ai vu partir comme une balle. Premier virage, tu te dis ah. Et en fait, non, il tient debout, hein, le gaillard, il tient debout.
Allez, allez, mon ami!
Yeah, brato! Brate! Jesse, brate! Oh, Magna! Ok! 3, 2, 1, jump! Go, 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 go!
I don't know how long we'll continue to live this modern nomadic life, but I do feel that every encounter on this planet makes me more and more aware that we aren't so different from each other. We're all the happiest when we can put our time into something we're really passionate about. And we're all the happiest when we can create and share unforgettable moments with each other. That's my way of life. A lasting impression is worth more than any object in this world. And riding mountains together is our favorite way of creating this.
If you come to find out who you are, and may you find out who you are. And if you come to search for what is lost, then may you find it at any cost. And if you come all from far, may it not touch you or ever do you harm. And if you come all so soft, you may look up one day and you'll be hard. If I were to die today, slaughtered in that masquerade, the last thing that you'd hear me say, put my body on
souhaiter une bonne et longue route à ce petit bus jaune là, qui roule jusqu'au-delà des frontières, avec toujours la même ambiance à bord, parce que qu'est-ce qu'on est bien à bord de cette maison roulante, un palais roulant même, on peut le dire. Ouais, voilà, c'était mon petit mot de la fin.